I'm Gary Tong, the very proud Mayor of Murihiku, Southland, and I'm here to discuss with you or to let you know about what led me to my heart attack.
What was your lifestyle like before you had that heart attack, Gary?
Pretty stressful in regards to full-on days as the Mayor. Certainly that was a pretty tough call, and the 18th of December was probably one of the busier days. And then of course not eating right, not eating at the right times, not eating the right food, probably having one or two more beers than I should have done, and really everything caught up with me. Up in the morning, always just have 2 pieces of toast and a cup of tea, and always Marmite and a very light spread of margarine type thing, and then lunch is just on the hop. We either have it or don't have it, and it would depend on where we were going. There was always meetings, and unfortunately whenever you go to meetings it's usually club sandwiches, pastries and cakes and that sort of stuff, and if you're hungry you tend to pick it up. But I always remember Ali Timms, when I took this role on, telling me that keep away from the pastries, they'll do you no good, and I have done that. But yeah, sausage rolls and savouries aren't good for anybody really, or a lot of them aren't any good for anybody. So it was really that, and then I always had a good evening meal. Definitely went home and cooked a decent evening meal, eating 3 veggies. Yeah, salads in the summertime, just love the salads, but unfortunately I love my lamb chops and my barbecues and that sort of thing. So you can't just have that 7 days a week, and not saying I did, but yeah, you've just got to watch. I'd go home and jump in my favourite chair and try and watch the news if I could, and then probably just stay there, have a couple of beers, and if it was a nice evening, go outside and do something. But no, I've got to be honest and say that my activity other than doing things around the house was nil. Thought I'd had a bad reaction to the takeaways that we'd had, and didn't feel any pain, didn't feel anything. Just woke up vomiting and diarrhea and that for the next 3 or 4 days. Christmas Day came along and I was just feeling like crap, absolute crap, but went away to Winton for Christmas Day. Boxing Day went down to the beach. We had a tow road permit to get some tow roads for the family, and then that 27th was the morning I woke up and thought, no, I need to go to the doctor, and that's when all hell broke loose once I went to the doctor. But in regards to pain or anything, I never had any pain. It was all lower body. I was actually shocked and amazed, very surprised when they told me that I'd had a heart attack, and it was probably on that 18th. What it did for me was the ambulance and the doctors saying that this was touch and go through that. And I have sprues. I've got my exercise regime has been pretty light because I've got to be careful of the 5 stents working in, and now I've got this other thing going on in here. I've got to just take it easy, but I am starting to climb stairs and walking a lot more than I was probably 3 months ago. So the exercise regime is what I want to lift up. I've definitely cut back on all the rubbish foods. I have not had a feed of greasies or fish and chips since the 18th of December 2019, and not likely to have those again. Not saying that's excuse me. Not saying that was the total contributing factor, but it's certainly one of the ones you don't go near. Pies, I must admit I've probably had 2 of those in the last 14 months, because occasionally you just feel like a good old, I suppose it's going to be a bit commercially sensitive, but a Jimmy's and cheese. Yeah, it's certainly changed my whole eating and exercise regime. I've got an electric bike that's been sitting in the container now for 2 years. That's going to be coming out shortly, and yeah, really start to lift my game in that regard. But I've lost 5 kilos. I need to lose some more.
You've signed up to Green Prescription.
Yes.
What are you hoping to get out of that, Gary?
Well, probably 2 things. For my own benefit, I want to make sure that I am living that healthy lifestyle, and I know that somebody will tell me that I'm not, or will tell me if I'm not. But the other thing is actually to raise awareness to others that, you know, we've got to have a healthy lifestyle. We don't want to be leaving our kids and our grandkids early. Let's just get all together and get active and eat healthily. The goal is to get fit enough to get on the e-bike, which I think I am. I've started climbing stairs again, and this new fangled thing on my wrist tells me that the heart rate's doing okay, because it never gets very high, but I don't want to get it too high because this other thing will go off. Yeah, the e-bike, and I want to get fit enough to get into next year's fishing season and get the fly rod out, because I really love walking our rivers and streams of Southland. And obviously I've got some grandkids there that I hardly see, and I need to spend a lot more time with them. I know I keep saying that, but it's going to happen. Got a lovely, beautiful 9-month-old granddaughter who's, light of my life really. Listen to your body. If your body is telling you something, don't hang around and wait to go and see a doctor. Go and see a doctor. Get some medical advice. I know we all think it will go away and this will happen and that will happen, but sometimes, like me, you don't know what the signs are. The signs might be something deep down that, like me again, that it was a heart attack, and there's no way, and I live with a nurse, and there's no way that Sharon even considered that I'd had a heart attack with the symptoms I had, and nor did the doctor when I first went in. It was only until I went on the ECG that all hell broke loose. So I'm really looking forward to the green prescription program. It's as I said earlier, it's a way of, well, it's poking me with a sharp stick and ensuring that I'm going to do this, and it will be monitored, and I'm really looking forward to the progress reports, and I know that there will be progress reports put up on the websites. So please keep an eye on it. Listen to my messages, listen to other messages from health experts, and watch the space going forward. I'm hoping to see, you'll see a meaner, leaner person in the next few months.